In this problem, we're calculating the factor by which the voltage changes and also the factor by which the current changes. So this problem is about a transformer. And so you can see here we have a transformer that converts voltage and current from a primary coil to voltage and current from a secondary, to voltage and current in a secondary coil. And so we can use this equation here. But first we'll write down our givens and finds. So our givens are that our primary coil number of turns is equal to, we'll define as NP is equal to 320 turns. And our number of turns in our secondary coil is 120 turns. And really that's all we need. You can see here we have this equation, at least for the first part. So we're looking by what factor does it change the voltage. So by factor, what we're doing is we're comparing the secondary voltage to the primary voltage. So if we use that equation, V sub S, V of the primary, voltage of the secondary is equal to N number of turns of the secondary over number of turns of the primary, we get 300 or 120 divided by 320, and that's equal to 0.375. So that tells us that the voltage of the secondary is less than 1, so it's less than the voltage of the primary, and so that tells us that this is a step-down transformer. Step down, and now and so that's the factor. What factor is it? Does it change the voltage? And so this is the answer to that. And then by what factor does it change the current? Well, to figure that out, we can use conservation of energy. And so what conservation of energy tells us is that the power in each are equal. So we have the power of the primary is equal to the power of the secondary. And so we can say, well, we know power is equal to voltage times current. So we can say the current of the primary times the voltage of the primary is equal to, the current of the secondary times the voltage of the secondary. And so, like, let's go up here. And so what I want to know is IS over IP. So by what factor does the current change? So looking at this equation, if I want IS over IP, then I can divide both the sides of the equation by IP, and that will give me IS over IP, and then I can also divide both sides of the equation by V sub S. So this or you can also do it by cross multiplication if you like. Well, actually, so we just divide this by IP, divide this by IP, and then also divide this by VS, and divide this by VS. So my IPs over here cancel, my VS's over here cancel, and I get IS over IP is equal to VP over VS. Well, we calculated VS over VP right here and got 0.375. So since this is just the reciprocal, I can just take the reciprocal of my answer from here. So 0.375. And so my my factor, just IS over IP, is equal to 2.67. And so that's the answer to the factor of the change in current.